All right, so imagine this, right? You wake up, it's early, it's like 4 or 5 in the morning, and you look outside, you look up at the sky, it's summer, and you take this deep breath, like you actually feel really good with being you this morning. You walk over to the bathroom, get in the cold shower, walk out, look in the mirror, and you see your physique, and it's actually something you're really happy about. You're like, oh, I actually look fucking sick. And you step on the scale, you're actually at an all-time low body weight, which means you're really fucking lean, but you've also gained a lot of muscle, and you're just really happy with your physique. You go over, work in the day, work on a side hustle, work on a business, work on your job, but you actually enjoy what you do. You've made money. You come back, you go to the gym, you train hard, and you make sure you eat clean meals like steak and eggs and like berries and frozen berries with honey and shit, dark chocolate. And at the end of the day, you go to bed knowing that you've had a good day today. You've leveled up. And not only have you been productive, but you've also gotten closer to your goals, and you feel this peace of mind. Doesn't this literally sound like an ideal day? I mean, I can't be the only one, right? This is, in my mind, like the fucking dream lifestyle, right? From the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed, you should be super present, constantly aware and reflecting and conscious of what you're doing. Awareness will give you a lot of power over anyone in this world, because we live in a very distracted world. So if you are aware of your actions, if you are aware of what you're doing, and you're not only aware, but you're also reflective over what you've done so that you learn from that, you're already separating yourself far beyond the masses. I feel like these days so many people are just going through life mindlessly. You know, they have goals, they have aspirations, but they don't really want it, but they kind of want it, so they maybe start running for 2 days straight and then they go back to their old habits. I feel like these days people aren't aware, people aren't conscious, people aren't intentful. Is that a word? I think so. You know, I aim to be as aware and present as possible. Matter of fact, I've been doing this kind of 1 hour block of mindfulness every day, where I first, for like 20 to 30 minutes, I'll meditate, which is a long time. It's actually the longest I've ever done. I didn't know I could do that. But I lie down on my back with my feet up, and I'll just be there for 20 to 30 minutes with my eyes closed, focus on my breathing. After that, I'll listen to an audiobook called Reality Transurfing, which one of the biggest points is to be aware. Being aware will separate yourself and already put you ahead of these people. But I'll listen to that audiobook for 30 minutes while literally sitting like this, staring in front of me, literally just that. Giving myself the least amount of external stimulation possible, simply trying to focus on one thing so I am more aware. Being aware will keep you from scrolling. Being aware will keep you from making decisions that you don't really want to make, picking up the piece of junk food and eating it, buying the piece of junk food, right? Going to bed too late, clicking on wrong content. Being aware and being present will give you a power that most people will never have control over. And you see it even in people that are 40, 50, 60 years old, even your parents maybe. I know I see that in some people. Being aware and genuinely wanting to just be grateful and have this level of peace in your mind at all times, knowing that at least you know what you're doing, at least you're intentful, at least you are aware and present and reflective, and you can always rely on yourself. Doesn't that sound great? Because that ultimately will get you to the life that I described in the start of this video. Because a lot of people can't even trust themselves, and that's fucking true. A lot of people can't trust themselves. I have these moments pretty often where, you know, I'll put in some hard work, or I'll have a good effective day, right? A good productive day. It basically looks like what I described in the start. You know, I wake up in the morning, feel good, cold shower, make money, go to the gym, train hard, feel good about myself, and have that mindfulness block. And I have these moments often where I kind of snap out of reality, or I snap out of whatever thought. I get this like almost derealization, I think it's called. And I'll be like, oh shit, I'm actually really happy to be myself. Because I know I can always rely on myself. And that doesn't mean I don't ever make mistakes. That means that I know that I will learn from mistakes. I know I will not make up excuses for myself. That's what you got to find in yourself. Those traits, being present, reflective, and self-accountable, are 3 things which will just make you master your own life. I know this channel is mostly about getting in shape. I'm also an online fitness coach, but I want this video to be about something way bigger than that. Being able to trust yourself sounds like a really vague topic, and a lot of people will never gain control over themselves to the extent that I have control over myself, and the extent that you want to have control over yourself. You have big aspirations, you have big goals, bro. And the fact that you're like 6 minutes into this video already shows that, some people you just don't relate to. When you see these people and they talk about their goals, but they don't take action, and you just feel like, I'm not where I really need to be, right? You know that you want to have the physique. You know that you want to live this lifestyle. You know you want to be that person. And I put this quote on my Instagram story the other day, and it's, if I'm not mistaken, instead of focusing on your goals, focus on becoming the person that achieves your goals, becoming the version of you that actually achieves those goals. Now, what that means, it might sound like some corny or cheesy whatever quote, but it's a true statement to life. And what it basically really means is that instead of focusing on your goals, I want to have the physique, I want to have abs, I want to have this car, I want to have this job, I want to have this income. Instead of focusing on that, focus on what work am I actually putting in? What am I actually doing? What actions am I putting in, right? And that's why I track all my habits on a board. I'll do 3 tasks every single day and I'll track that. And instead of focusing on, I want to have this amount of views, I want to have this amount of clients this month, I want to have whatever, all these things. Instead of focusing on that, I focus on, I want to hit 18 tasks this week. That's it. And I did this subconsciously. I've been doing this for over close to a year now probably. And I didn't even realize that I was doing this at first. I didn't realize I was switching from the goal to becoming the person. But I actually figured that out based off, years of trial and error. And this is the way to achieve your goals. This is why I've got these 13,000 subscribers. This is why I've got the physique that I've gotten, because I focused on the process. And focusing on, getting X amount of tasks every week is really effective. I use it with my clients too. It's really, really effective. And you start ticking off the boxes. And that's when time just starts flying past and progress starts flying, right? It just skyrockets. Because you focus on the process. People always say you have to fall in love with the process, but I never really understood what that meant. What the fuck? What do you mean fall in love with the process, bro? What do you mean? I want to hit my goal. But this is what they meant. Set goals within the process. Hit 18 tasks this week. Hit 20 tasks. Have a perfect 21 out of 21 week. 3 times 7 is 21. Be aware. Have some moments every day where you're just doing nothing. And I notice in times where I get really busy, I notice that every single moment of the day is filled with something, right? Whether it be interacting with people, whether it be on my phone. And I notice that in those times in between interacting with people and doing work, I'll still be on my phone. And that's why I really try, especially in the past couple of weeks, really try to separate myself from that and be like, I'm gonna make time for myself to do nothing. To lie down with my feet raised for 20 minutes, to sit with my hands resting on my legs for 30 minutes, listening to an audiobook, just staring in front of me. That's having time where you do nothing, having time where there's low stimulation, having time where you don't move around, where you don't fidget, where you don't scroll, is very important. It's very important. And I know you know that it's bad for you to do this stuff, but you probably don't really care, and I get it. But use this as, make sure you do it for today. Just try it out for today. Right after this video, actually, set a timer for, let's say 7 minutes. 7 minutes, kind of long, probably, especially if you've never done it before, but it'll give you that mindfulness feeling if you do it the right way. 7 minutes, hands on your legs. You can have your eyes closed if you want and just sit there. focus on your breath. Being present is something I don't talk about too often on this channel. Like I said, it's more about fitness and having this disciplined mindset, but presence and being able to trust yourself is extremely important. And without that, you won't have total mind control, right? You gotta gain control over yourself, right? So this video was not scripted or anything. Honestly, I just got off a call with, I'm gonna say his name because he'll probably like it, Cole. Bro, I just got off this call with you. Won't give too much context, and I just kind of got this grateful moment that I'm in a position where I'm at right now, and I'm happy to be where I'm at. I'm happy to be me. I got that I'm happy to be me moment. And that really made me realize that I've got to spread this value, spread this knowledge, right? Being present, being focused on, awareness, actually knowing what you're doing, actually getting better at that decision making, eliminating procrastination in that way, eliminating bad decisions in that way, through being present, through being aware, through being conscious is very, very powerful. So that's why I wanted to make this video. Actionable steps you can take. If you made it through this video, that's really fucking good. That already means your attention span is longer than the average TikTok master or whatever. I don't even know where I'm going with this, but actionable steps you can take are do the 7-minute meditation after this. Set a timer for 7 minutes. Don't even think about it. Just set it and do nothing. Then what I like to do is every night before bed, I'll do meditation because it's really easy. But at the same time, it kind of gets you into the habit. And focus on noticing when you're just constantly. One big thing is when you go to the toilet, do not take your phone with you. Trust me, do not do it. It's like I watched this video of like stage 1 of dopamine, fucking up your dopamine system. The biggest thing is that people start taking their phones everywhere they go. Even when they go to the toilet, even when they cook a meal, they'd be like scrolling and stuff. Make sure that when you do other shit, I'm not finding the words at this point because this video is not scripted at all. But make sure that when you do other stuff, if you walk from your room or from one room to another, or from the kitchen to another room, or you go upstairs or you go out or whatever, don't scroll on your phone while doing that. Make sure to only be on your phone when you're not in motion. Look at it that way. I don't know. The end of this video has gone kind of to shit, right? But you get what I'm saying though. The power of being present and being aware is really fucking important. I'm gonna post this video for this morning. It's not the best video I've ever made, but you get what I'm trying to say. All right, dreams don't work unless you do. Be aware, be present, love yourself, take care of yourself, and dreams don't work unless you do, so fucking work for it. Let's go.